My dad was nice enough to take us out on the boat to Karnak Island. We've been coming here for ages and know these snakes really well.
This time my partner Megan and my brother Andy are coming along.
We're at Karnak Island, just a short boat ride away from Perth. And here we have some of the highest number of tiger snakes in Australia pretty much, and even Steve Irwin and David Attenborough's been here, so let's go get amongst some tigers.
We got some sea lions and these two are the big males of the group. They're generally pretty playful, but particularly these two, you don't want to get too close. They bite worse than a dog.
All the sea lions on the island are males. Time to get searching. The seagulls were everywhere. Plenty of food for the tigers. And that's why the tiger snakes on Karnak Island can actually get to bigger sizes than the ones on the mainland. There are no feral animals on the island, and sometimes they act more like a python than a venomous snake. Steve decides to throw his hat next to one. That way it can slither in and we can get good film of it.
Do you mind if I take the hat off? We're here on Karnak Island and it's full of tiger snakes. I just dropped my hat and one slithered underneath. Have a look. Now this here is the western tiger snake, Notechis scutatus, and this is a fairly small one for Karnak Island. Now they feed primarily on the birds that are flying around right now, the seagulls.
And these chicks are why the tiger snakes are so fat. They would probably even eat the eggs if they wanted to.
But we've also seen them feeding on mice on this island. It's a warm winter's day right now, so it's pretty cool. Just starting to warm up, get active. There we go. Oh, he's flicking his tongue. This tiger snake still got his eyes. Often the birds peck out the eyes, and a lot of the tiger snakes here are blind, but it doesn't stop them from being really successful. This is one of the densest populations of snakes anywhere in the world on this island. The tiger snakes also, they live underneath the limestone crevices. This entire island's made out of limestone and it's full of little holes and nooks and crannies for them to hide in.
There's lots of snake tracks that lead into these caves.
So sometimes we've come here and if the weather's not just right, we won't see a single one. Well, I think he's had enough of us, so he's going to go off hunting. We're here in the southwest, beautiful southwest, looking for mainland tiger snakes.
Where there's water and grass, there's tiger snakes.
And this is a mainland western tiger snake. Obviously a lot smaller than the ones out on Karnak. They like to flatten their necks out a bit like a cobra. They don't sit up like a cobra, but they flatten their necks out as a defensive pose. He thinks I'm a bit of a threat right now, I guess. It's quite a cool winter's day out in the southwest. That's why he's not moving very much. He's nice and cool. I think he's just warming up here on the track. And once he warms up in the winter's sun, he's gonna go hunt for his favorite food, and that's frogs. Now, because these guys feed almost exclusively on frogs around the swamps, they're a lot smaller than the Karnak tigers. The Karnak tigers get a lot bigger because they feed on the baby seagulls. Oh, where you going, mate? See how slow he is? This is because it's cold. He thinks you're a tree. Now that's a classic tiger snake defense hood. He's making himself look big. Saying I'm a big tiger snake and I'm very venomous, leave me alone. Obviously they get their name from their yellow belly, and this one's got weak banding, but some of them have quite spectacular bands, but that's how they get their name, the tiger snake.
From that orange yellow colour, of course.
Here we have the western tiger snake, my favourite snake. Oh! See you, mate. Got another mainland western tiger snake here, and this one's a bit smaller. This is a much more typical colour form for the western tiger. Nice pretty bands, and he's a grumpy bugger. He's actually not that grumpy, he's really calm, he's just sitting there. These guys, whoa, they're really common around swamps. And they're very dangerous. They've got a very potent neurotoxic venom. We're gonna let this guy go on his way into the bush. Look, cobra, cobra. See you later.
So here we got another smaller tiger snake. They're very common here in the swamps. And this one's got a bump or some old injury on the side of it. Could be worms, I'm not too sure. Yeah, this one's got an abscess on it. Some kind of weird form of bump. And but it is obviously doing healthy. It's healed over. For that kind of injury, this snake is actually pretty healthy. And there's only a certain time you can really find them is when the weather's just right in winter. It's just, you know, that bit where the sun's like really nice and warm on you, and it only lasts for about, you know, half an hour, but tiger snakes are very cold tolerant, and they produce live bearing young because they have to, because if they laid eggs it probably wouldn't be warm enough.